Want to get this briefing by email? Here's the sign up. Good morning. Here's what you need to know when President Trump delivers his first State of the Union address tonight. Will he offer a hard-edge appeal to his base, or a more bipartisan and conventional approach? Here's our preview. Stephen Miller, known for his far-right, anti-immigrant views, is in charge of writing the speech. But White House officials have stressed that it will be optimistic and will let Mr. Trump recount the successes of his first year. Our fact-check reporter offers an assessment of that year. Melania Trump has kept a low profile since the report that her husband paid a porn star $130,000 to keep quiet about their affair, but she is expected to attend the speech. Here's the list of people who have been invited. The address begins at 9 p.m. Eastern. The Times will have live coverage and analysis. For 16 years, U.S. presidents have said that the Taliban are retreating and that Afghans are on the verge of assuming control of their country. Yet victory remains elusive, and deadly attacks continue. In the past 2 weeks, strikes have killed more than 130 people in the capital, Kabul, where anger at the government is growing. Our correspondents there report, "We're going to finish what we have to finish," President Trump said on Monday. "What nobody else has been able to finish, we're going to be able to do it." Andrew McCabe, the Bureau's deputy director, had been widely expected to retire soon, but he abruptly stepped down on Monday, saying he felt pressure to leave. President Trump has long criticized Mr. McCabe, who was at the center of inquiries into Hillary Clinton's use of a private email server and the Trump campaign's connections to Russia. During an unsuccessful run for office, Mr. McCabe's wife received campaign donations from the political organization of Terry McAuliffe, a friend of Mrs. Clinton's. Also on Monday, Republicans on the House Intelligence Committee voted to release a contentious secret memo that is said to accuse the Justice Department and the FBI of misusing their authority in the Russia investigation. Democrats say the memo, which is being reviewed by the White House, is part of an effort to undercut the inquiry. The Winter Games begin next week in Pyeongchang, South Korea, and the Times Magazine gets us in the spirit. Our essays explain the workout that saves the skier Lindsey Vonn from wiping out, the hidden drama of speed skating, and the curious crowd favorite, curling. Want to launch yourself off a ramp like a freestyle skiing Olympian? Here's how. Kids, don't try this at home. Amazon, Berkshire Hathaway, and J.P. Morgan Chase announced today that they would form a healthcare company to serve their employees in the U.S., a project that could disrupt the industry. A little-noticed provision in the new tax law seeks to drive investment to parts of the U.S. that are still waiting for the economic recovery to arrive. Pediatric and mental health experts are calling on Facebook to kill a messaging service introduced last month for children as young as 6. A proposal circulating in the White House that would put the government in control of a 5G mobile broadband network was opposed by federal regulators and telecommunications companies. The media company Tron brought in 2 veterans to calm tensions at the Los Angeles Times and the New York Daily News. U.S. stocks were down on Monday. Here's a snapshot of global markets today. Tips, both new and old, for a more fulfilling life. 5 things to help you get through flu season. Retiring early could lengthen your life. Recipe of the day: spicy beef stir-fry with basil can be on the table in 15 minutes. The super blue blood moon lunar eclipses are not uncommon, but the one early Wednesday will be special. We explain when and where you can see it. A homecoming after 50 years. As part of an urban renewal project in 1967, tenants were forced out of a tenement on the Lower East Side of Manhattan. They were promised they would be able to return when the buildings were finished. Some finally have Cleveland Indians to drop Chief Wahoo pressured by baseball's commissioner. The team will stop using the caricature of a Native American on its uniforms in 2019. Some view the logo as offensive and outdated, but it's cherished by others. Best of late night TV. The comedy hosts are looking forward to tonight's State of the Union address. Quotation of the day: it's 2018, and there are young men and women now being sent over there who were literally in diapers when we first sent troops to Afghanistan. Will Fisher, a former Marine Lance Corporal, on the long U.S. involvement in the Afghan War. The Times, in other words, shares an image of today's front page, and links to our opinion content and crossword puzzles. The U.S. government had ordered that all people of Japanese ancestry be forcibly removed from their homes on the West Coast. Fred Korematsu, then 23, tried changing his name and even underwent plastic surgery in hopes of carrying on as a normal citizen. But he was arrested on a street corner in San Leandro, California, in May 1942. Today is the 8th annual Fred Korematsu Day of Civil Liberties and the Constitution. In 2010, Arnold Schwarzenegger, then California's governor, established the first statewide day in U.S. history honoring an Asian American, and several other states followed suit. New York City is holding its inaugural celebration today. Mr. Korematsu fought the discriminatory federal order, bringing his case to the Supreme Court in 1944. The court sided with the government, ruling that national security outweighed civil liberties. It took nearly 40 years for Mr. Korematsu's conviction to be overturned in federal district court in San Francisco, though the 1944 Supreme Court ruling still stands. Mr. Korematsu remained a civil rights activist for the rest of his life. President Bill Clinton awarded him the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor, in 1998. Here's the video. In Yongkong contributed reporting ___________. Your morning briefing is published weekdays at 6 a.m. Eastern and updated all morning. Browse past briefings here. If photographs appear out of order, please download the updated New York Times app from iTunes or Google Play. What would you like to see here? Contact us at briefing@newyorktimes.com. You can get the briefing delivered to your inbox Sunday through Friday. We have 4 global editions, timed for the Americas, Europe, Asia, and Australia, and an evening briefing on weeknights. Check out our full range of free newsletters here.